What's up, YouTube? My name is Dante, and this is DKDrones. Hey, part one is finally here, right? This part we're gonna go over a little bit about my training, the equipment that I use, as well as we're gonna dive in a little bit into where I initially found my jobs versus where I get them now. Now I'm really excited to show you guys this stuff, so let's get started with training. Now, training was pretty straightforward. I used Pilot Institute to study. This was pretty much a good source for the drone knowledge as well as the aviation knowledge that I used to pass the exam. Now, I bought the 2-for-1 bundle. I believe it was called Part 107's Pilot Made Easy. I got it for about $150, I believe, at the time. But I do have a URL that I'm going to put in the comments for you guys so you can find that on your own. Now, studying for me, since I had a little bit more of a hectic schedule, it took about 4 weeks to get this studying, and it was probably about an hour to two a night that I was using to study. Now, normally it should take you about 2 to 3 weeks to get this done. The hour or so a day that I used for this was usually to go over things like the maps, the airspace classifications, and the basic aviation knowledge. Pilot Institute also had a flashcard app, so shout out to them for helping me through this entire thing. Alright, now that you've seen that video of all the equipment that I have, let's go and break up a still shot. Now for this still shot, I am going to be starting at the bottom left, working with all of my drones from left to right. Then I'm going to shoot back over to the left and go to the top. So top left to top right. First drone I have is a DJI Mavic, Mavic 2 Pro. This is my original drone. I've had it for 4 years now. This is the hoss. This is the guy that got the majority of the work done for me. This has survived a lot of cold temperatures, hot temperatures, got a lot of good shots for real estate companies, construction companies. It's got to be sad when I sunset or retire this guy coming up pretty soon. And why is that? Because I upgraded. Mavic 3 Enterprise. This is the guy that's going to be taking the place of the Mavic 2. Moving on to the next guy, I have the Mini. Now this guy I use for tight spaces. This guy when I did like real estate, when I was shooting inside of houses as well as doing garages or inside of warehouses, this guy came in clutch for me. And then I upgraded as well from the Mini to the Avata. Now with the Avata I do inside videos of restaurants, warehouses, as well as houses for real estate. But let's switch over to the top left. Starting with the safety vest. This is also one of the first things I've had. Moving over to the first aid kit. I've had a couple spills. I may or may not have to catch a few drones in my day, and it may or may not have cut me a good amount. Now for the book bag, it could be any old book bag. I picked this guy up from Walmart, and it houses like things like batteries, first aid kits, bug spray, hand warmers, anything that I need that I can't fit in my drone cases. Let's switch over to the next. Alright, over here, this is I actually have two of these, but these are my GoPro cameras. These are for pretty much my protection and your protection. So if I mess up on something like a shot selection or anything like that, then I can always come back and look at the video, or in case there's an incident, it can always be recorded. Below that, this is the, of course, hard hat. These are for construction sites normally, or if you're going into a low-hanging area where you're going to be potentially bumping your head a lot. Up to these guys up here, this guy is just branding. This is the magnet that goes on my car. I have 4 magnets that go on my car. They each give my name, company, pretty much number you can reach me at, and the other ones have my email address, but this one has my website address. And the one below this is just a tablet. This was mainly at first used for my Mavic 2, but after I upgraded, this now became a more so something that you can pass time by while watching videos or something like that while your batteries are charging. A little bit below there, actually I'm gonna start with the safety cones. Safety cones are safety cones. I usually use them for carting off an area so where I can land and take off with my drone. This guy right here, this is just a regular old flashlight. I use it if I'm out late and I'm looking for something that fell on the ground, you know, a flashlight. So this guy right here, this is my pilot statement. This guy is used for when I get crowds of people that are wanting to know what I do or have questions that I can't readily answer because I'm actively flying a drone. So I usually give them that sheet of paper, and it has anything like my name, my operation, my insurance. Yes, I have insurance. Yes, I know what I'm doing. Personal contacts, stuff like that I'm doing for the mission. So I pretty much used it to either answer the questions that I've gotten over the years, or just an at ease type of thing for people. This guy right here is just a label maker that I use to like label my drones. Came in pretty handy. It was like 15 bucks on eBay. Now for this section, I'm going to keep somewhat broad because over time you're going to develop your skills, get a portfolio, and also get like a taste of the field that you want to more so stick with. Now when I started, I was pretty much a fish out of water. I got started by going to like small business conventions, meeting up with other pilots, as well as going to like real estate offices and introducing myself, dropping off a card, and if they wanted to like showcase my portfolio to them. Now the 3 locations where I started to get my business from, starting from I'd say best to worst. Droners.io was the place pretty much where I got the majority of my drone missions from. This is where I honed my skills in, got a portfolio, got a chance to talk with some awesome clients. After that, it was Dronebase, which is, I believe is now ZietView. Now this is few and far between, but their missions that they do have are pretty good. It just depends on what area you're in. I am a little bit more rural and out of the way of bigger cities, so I get maybe 7 to 8 missions a year, but when they do come in, like I said, they're pretty good. The third and worst option, Craigslist is pretty much a place that I would not recommend to anybody because it could be a bit sketchy. But in my area, it's used more heavily by real estate agents because there aren't many drone pilots in this area, albeit it is the worst option out there for anybody else. Nowadays, my options are networking, going to meetups. Usually branding nowadays gets me the most opportunities. So like if I'm out in the field doing a commercial job, I get people that usually either come up to me and ask me questions and I just give them my card, or I have real estate agents who call me that said they seen my car out in the parking lot somewhere and they seen that I was flying. So branding also gives you a good opportunity. But the tried and true method for me personally nowadays is the word of mouth. Working with real estate agents, working with the construction guys, they point me in other directions for leads, and those leads usually generate a good amount of work for me. Well, there you have it. One man's journey into the drone world. I gave you my training, my equipment, and how I got leads then versus how I get leads now. Now, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed putting it together. Now, if you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below and I get to them when I can. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.